Okay, so I am doing the show by myself today. So you get stuck with me, guys. Or just whatever. Maybe not stuck, but so anyway, hi everybody. And what else? Welcome. And Jay Marie was here early. Greg's out running errands. So hi, Greg. Patrick Murphy got sent here by Patrick Murphy, and TC's here. So here's what's going on. So MoMster was in the hospital last week. We had emergency room run early one morning, and she came home Friday. So, which is good, right? So we had our Thanksgiving Sunday, and so she went to the hospital for respiratory therapy today. That's where they have it. And while she was there, what do you mean? Make sure I'm on the right live. My wife is texting me while I'm doing this, so I'm like, am I like here? I think so. Anyway, so while she was doing that therapy, she went into AFib again. So she's back in the emergency room. Hi, Jennifer Hayes. And thank you for the confirmation. What do you mean technical difficulty? So Dawn is with her because Dawn went with her and took her to respiratory therapy. So so Dawn's at the emergency room with MoMster, and so Dawn was like texting me this morning going, can you do this? What's going on? Can you handle it? And I'm like, sure. I knew someday I would probably have to do this by myself. And so here I am. So I have no clue what to talk about today, other than I'm worried about the MoMster and stuff like that. But we didn't want to let down you peeps, you know? So we're here. And besides, it's always good. Oh, thank God. She's having technical difficulties, not me. Phew. So yeah, it was fun because thanks, Jay Marie. I've watched Dawn do this, but usually like her computer is on. She's already got the mic on, the camera set up right. All the buttons have been pushed and stuff like that. So that part I don't usually witness. It's setting up, getting the browsers open and doing StreamYard and the chat for YouTube and all that stuff. And it just, I was like texting her going, all right, the mic's not working. What am I supposed to do? And then, so I got it. I set it up. So yeah, here we are. So my partner in crime today, I'll show you, is, as soon as it loads, this is definitely not as good as a partner as Dawn. The dog is now sleeping in her bed down here. So, you know, thank goodness for technology sometimes, because like being able to chat with my wife via phones and going, all right, what do I got to do? What I got to do is like amazing thing. So she got me through it. Yeah, Dawn does all the background stuff and all the techie stuff. I know enough to be dangerous. I don't know if anybody can relate to that. So like when I actually do something technical, like get my computer to work again or something like that. So I'm always like exceedingly surprised that like it worked for me. But Dawn is the one that like this stuff comes naturally to her. It seems like. Hi, Laura. Hey, Laura. MoMster's back in the hospital. I'll text you later and give you all the deets. Hope your day's going well, Laura. Well, Jennifer, the dog is kind of quiet except for one, when she snores, and two, when she has one of her coughing fits, and three, when she's scratching the living hell out of the bed. So, oh, that's how Kim is, TC? Yeah. So, Patrick, seriously, you were going to use a cookie sheet? Yeah, don't do that. But I'm glad we saved you. So, TC, I cooked an organic turkey from Aldi, and I followed the directions, but that sucker was a little dried out. And for, you do it 20 minutes per pound. So we did it, but it browned up really fast, and it wasn't as juicy as I thought it should be. So if you have any tips for that, should we have covered it maybe or something? Yeah. So the turkey tasted fine, but it wasn't as moist as I was hoping. And the skin was really crispy, but the potatoes turned out, the stovetop the stovetop stuffing worked, which I don't really know if I've ever made stovetop stuffing before, but it's actually very simple, which I was surprised. So, oh, you cover yours, Jennifer? Yeah, I think maybe that was my boo-boo, and I should have tinted it with tinfoil. But the gravy turned out good. So that's what we had for Thanksgiving on Sunday. And then leftover pumpkin pie. I will try that because I think the turkey had potential for being really good, but it just kind of, it wasn't bone dry, but it was not as moist. So there's that. So we've recovered from eating too much. And did everybody's Thanksgiving go okay for everybody? How was it? No major drama or anything, I hope. Of course, we had no major drama, but that was okay. Other than MoMster spending Thanksgiving. J. Marie. Go eat something. Seriously, go eat something. So, Patrick, did you end up having a turkey or did you end up cooking a ham? Because you had said something about cooking a ham. Oh, it was your first time cooking the whole thing? Yeah, but Jennifer, organic turkeys don't have the little popper thing. They don't have the pop-up thing like the butterballs do and stuff. Oh, you cooked a ham. Yeah, hams have to be tinted too, because otherwise they dry out. Ham can dry out really fast. Nicely done, Patrick. Pat yourself on the back. Yeah, the first time I cooked the whole Thanksgiving meal was, pretty intense. And of course I went all out and I scoured the internet for recipes, and I made a fancy dressing with Italian sausage in it and the whole 9 yards. So this time we just kept it simple. And I usually bake the pies, and I just, with everything been going on lately, baking pies wasn't in my purview. So other than that, yeah, and I didn't. So the thing is, turkeys take a while to cook, and I didn't look at the directions properly, and so I didn't put it in until I don't know what time, but it was late. It was 2 or so, and then it was supposed to cook for 5 hours. Oh, Jen, the other half is at the hospital with the MoMster. So MoMster had to go. She had respiratory therapy this morning, and So when she was doing that, her heart went into AFib, and so they brought her to the emergency room. So she's going to be hanging there tonight. And I'm sure that's not going to go over well because emergency room beds kind of suck. So, well, TC said to buy an organic turkey. So, and actually, Aldi was all out of the butterballs when I finally went shopping last Tuesday. So, yeah, I bought the organic. I spent a little extra, but it wasn't that expensive, really. Aww. My wife loves my cooking, for what it's worth. I'm not the best cook. I can bake pretty good, but yeah. I don't think it's the respiratory therapist, trying to do in our MoMster. I don't, yeah. Yeah, TC, I don't know. It was a little dried out, and everybody said to have tented it. So next time I will tent the turkey. I got some pretty good drippings off of it and stuff to make gravy, but yeah, you live and learn, and it was still edible. We still have to get all the excess turkey meat off of it, and I don't know if I'm going to make turkey soup this year or not, but so how was everybody's weekend? Ours was quiet, which was good. We didn't get into too much trouble. Ran some errands and stuff. I think Saturday I ended up having like a totally lazy day and like didn't get out of my PJs at all. So, oh, good. Thank you for the update, Dawn. I did not brine it, TC, because MoMster is kind of having to restrict her salt, and I've never brined a turkey before. Is it hard? Like, how do you do that? I should probably look it up. But isn't brine salts or something? J. Marie, where are you again? I know you were kidding, Jennifer. It tried snowing here yesterday, but it was just a snowflake here and there, and it didn't really stick. So there was some on the cars last night, but nothing major. So, but the clouds keep looking like it's going to snow like crazy here. But New Jersey, I think you just got kind of what we were having yesterday and stuff. Sorry. So yeah, just a quiet weekend. Spent the day in PJs on Saturday. It was kind of nice, actually. All right, I will look into that next time. You cut the amount in the brine in half. Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say brine would be a no-no with Mom's diet restrictions. That's because I didn't salt anything when I made dinner Sunday because she's not supposed to have salt now. Not a lot. Oh, yeah, I'm afraid that with December just being right around the corner, excuse me, whatever I had last week is finally dissipating, but I still, if I talk too much, which is not great when you're doing a show, I get a tickle in my throat and then I cough, and yeah. So we have these handy dandy little halls. Isn't that special? So, TC, what does a brine do? I mean, because doesn't salt kind of dry things out? So what's the purpose of the brine? Does it lock moisture in the bird? Yeah. Because that would be interesting. I've heard about it being done. I just have never done it. So I should check into that sometime. Oh my God, J. Marie, you share it with your cats? If we did that, we would never hear the end of them from the time I put the turkey in the oven. And yeah, the cats would never shut up. Oh. Holy crap. Well, you were scrambling, weren't you, Patrick? Well, you should double pat yourself on the back for actually pulling together a whole meal for the fam. That's awesome. Keep moisture and flavorings in what you're brining. What you use depends on what you're brining. Salt or sugar, sometimes spices are included. All depends. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I will check that out. Definitely. Definitely. Plus, you got the internet too, and it's like a lot easier than trying to go through, all my cookbooks, which I should do, but well, that's good, Patrick. So what else did you have, Patrick? You had ham, and what else did you make? Because we were talking about that last Thursday. Like, what are some of the different foods? Oh, I always baste a turkey. Always, 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 always. And then I put butter, which I used unsalted butter, and I cut garlic cloves in half, and I put them inside the skin so that it helps keep the moisture in and stuff and keep it buttery, but I don't think I put enough butter in. Well, that makes sense. Had to go run out and scrounge for food there. Oh, and you never baste, Jennifer? I have a baster, and I use it like once a year at Thanksgiving, and then that's that. So at least I have it. So yeah, I baste. It's something I learned from when I was a kid, and my mom used to make the turkey for Thanksgiving and stuff like that, because my paternal grandmother had a hard time cooking turkeys and keeping them moist. So my mom always did the turkey. No, I do not want to deep fry a turkey. I am not buying a deep fryer just for one holiday, because we only usually eat like a whole turkey once a year. That's it. And then what's ever left over, we make into turkey sandwiches and other meals. And yeah, and then I make soup sometimes. Green bean casserole. Yes, somebody had green bean casserole. Stuffing and gravy. She did the sweet potato casserole. Yeah, you're going to be eating ham for a while, Patrick. Thankfully, it freezes. Cooking big meals sometimes stresses me out, but I find it's sometimes easier to cook a big meal for a lot of people than it is to cook smaller meals. So, TC, you're cracking me up. I didn't even catch that. I read it as sweet potatoes. Dave, welcome. So yeah, sometimes like I said, it's easier to cook a big meal than it is just to try to come up with smaller meals for like 2 or 3 people. So And Dave, just to catch you up, yeah, Jennifer, tell him it's 12:21 and he's late. Dave, what have you been doing? Working or something? Oh, yeah, there you go. Yep. And you can make like a ham salad spread out of it too. Just, add mayo, chop it up, put some onion in it and stuff, and it's good for on sandwiches and stuff that way. So, moving mom to another room. Back in a bit. All right, honey. So, Dave, catching you up. MoMster is at the emergency room and Dawn's with her, which is why I'm here frantically trying to think of things to say. So, yeah. Oh, did anybody, you took a sick day, have a bad cold, Rona testing pending. Oh, Dave, I hope it's just a cold. Fingers crossed, dude. Fingers crossed. Keep us posted. So did anybody else watch our last episode of our attempt at killing snakes on our video? So, you did oh man. Don't tell me that, Patrick. I love biscuits and gravy. Yummy. So, yeah. So TC, I saw that you earlier on in the show you mentioned about Dawn getting eaten by snakes. Don't forget to collect more socks. Dawn, she actually got a new pair from last week's visit to the hospital, and Dawn wore them yesterday because they have those little grips on the bottom of the feet, but they were like honking huge socks. I couldn't believe the size of those suckers. So yeah, at the video, so poor Dawn, she's playing Resident Evil. This is the first, it's the director's cut. It's from the late 1990s. And hey, Steven. And yeah, poor Dawn got gobbled up by a snake twice. So this game, I swear to God, we're gonna finish this game like next year. Homemade gravy. Oh, yummy. Okay, Patrick. Seriously, I'll make a trip to Cincy just for the sausage and gravy. Definitely. So, yeah, we're having fun here at the old homestead. And I'm trying to think what I have planned for today. I have to reschedule some appointments for tomorrow because supposedly they're going to let MoMster out of the hospital tomorrow. And so one of us will have to go get her. One of us will have to be at the house because we have house cleaners coming tomorrow. So, yeah, I think she learned the hard way that she needed to go when she was playing the game and fighting that snake. Excuse me. That, yeah, acid rounds are the way to go. The big bazooka gun. So, yeah, so one of us has to be here tomorrow, but we were supposed to go for eye checkups tomorrow, Dawn and I, and I'm going to just reschedule the appointments because it's just way too much going on. And if she gets released from the hospital tomorrow, then, Dawn will have to go get her. I'll have to be at the house, so too much. So I'll just reschedule after I just told them I'd be there tomorrow. So, TC, technically, it's been 4 times that this snake has, gobbled her up. So, yeah. Yeah, if you're keeping count. So, can't think of what else is going on. Guys, talk to me. Give me something to talk about. So, Thanksgiving leftovers are officially no good today. Veronica with a K, how are ya? Dave, we didn't do our Thanksgiving until Sunday because MoMster didn't get out of the hospital until Friday. So I cooked the meals Sunday afternoon. So of course the house smelled great. So yeah, our leftovers are still good. So neener. Oh, J. Marie, you'll be fine. I shipped. Well, I sold it on Etsy, so it's not the same as eBay's GSP. How you ship it to their center and then they repackage it or whatever. So I sold some dinner plates that had wildlife scenes on them. I think they're kind of rare, actually. This was years ago, but I sold them to somebody in Germany. And oh my God, I totally know how you're nervous, because I was totally nervous, because how I just was freaking out that how can I pack these so good that they will survive a trip overseas and make it there, because I had 4 or 5 of the plates and they bought them all and I had to ship them all. Maybe it was even 6 of them. And it was a heavy box, and trying to protect global shipping something. It's through eBay. So it's global shipping, basically, Jennifer, where instead of in eBay, you can do it 2 ways. You can ship it directly to overseas yourself, or you can go through their global shipping program. That's what it's called, global shipping program. And if you do it through the global shipping program, the buyer buys it, and then you ship it. It gets shipped to Kentucky. So usually, you'll ship it priority rate to Kentucky, and then from Kentucky, eBay employees open up your package, make sure that it's packed properly, and then they ship it on from there. It ends up costing the seller more money, but if you use the global shipping program, then you're covered. If something happens to the item en route and it gets damaged or broken, it's on eBay then, not you. So, oh, you're having a day, Veronica? I kind of know what that feels like. So, yeah, you'll be fine, J. Marie. You can handle it. I know you can handle this. Just pack it really good. Know that if you're shipping it through GSP, eBay, when you ship it, it's usually in Lexington, Kentucky, or someplace like that, where the eBay's hub is. There's a chance they'll repackage it, but once it leaves that station and goes overseas, you're covered. Yeah. I am sometimes amazed, though, how much overseas shippers pay for shipping. It totally blows me away. They'll buy a $20 item from you, say it's some collectible thing. They'll buy a $20 item from you, but the shipping ends up costing twice what the item is worth. And it's holy crap. I tend to, I don't mind shipping international. It's always a little nerve-wracking shipping international, especially through the website and stuff, and Etsy, but I've had some pretty good sales to international customers. So I did have to, unfortunately, take Britain off. because Great Britain off because um, they require a VAT number, and I just wasn't going to go through all the hassle of that just to sell to people in Britain. So um, it's not scary to ship. I get that it can be scary to ship international. Um, and in this day and age, it should be a lot easier than it is, but it's not. Um, so the hardest part is when you have somebody like, say, from China or Japan, and they use their alphabet to for the address, and um, when you go to print a label, it won't recognize it. It has to be in English. So that can be a bit frustrating. Or if they have a complicated address, that can be a little annoying. But usually, a message to this buyer, you can get it sorted out or whatever. And now with Google, oh yeah, some of these countries, it's getting well, our postal system wouldn't ship to Australia anymore, and I think they're still not doing that. So that makes it more difficult to sell to international buyers. It's like people, these companies and whatnot keep putting up roadblocks to make it more difficult. And I just want it to be easier to ship to somebody who buys my stuff. I'm like, I'm good with that. I'll ship anywhere, The only time I had a problem with shipping international is I sent something to Egypt, I think it was, and it didn't make it. And there was no way of tracking that. And the person just didn't trust the website, because I told her she had to fill out a form for the postal system, and she wouldn't do it. And it was a mess. So I ended up refunding her anyway, but that was like one time. But I don't have too much problems. It's just a matter of, especially if I sell through the website or through Etsy, it's just a matter of making sure I pack the heck out of whatever I'm shipping over. So a lot of times breakables will get double boxed. And so I make accommodations for that. I'll add a pound on the shipping cost, because I know that I'm going to have to use an extra box or whatever. So I factor all those things in, so that when the customer buys it, yeah, they pay a little bit more, but at least it's covered, and I won't have to get I won't lose on shipping and stuff like that. Oh, he paid like $70 for it to get there, 17 days or something. It took a month to get to his uncle's house. Holy crapola. Yeah, once, I'm always amazed at how fast some things will travel via the mail service. But also then, because I just had somebody, I think, in Ukraine or something, they ordered a figurine for me, and it was not a cheap one. It was kind of an expensive one. And yeah, I packed the heck out of that thing. But, and he paid for, I think he paid for like express international priority. It was like buku bucks. And so, yeah, it made it there, because, they're paying for excuse me, expedited shipping, but that's no guarantee that once it gets to that country that it's going to be expedited. It doesn't work that way. None of these countries kind of None of these countries like work in tandem sometimes, and it just drives me crazy. Aw, Patrick, thank you. Yeah, and I feel the same way about you guys. Having you guys to talk to today keeps my mind from worrying too much about the MoMsters, so it helps because technically there's only supposed to be one person per patient in the emergency room, so it's not, I'll go there later to relieve Dawn, but it's you can't really have two people in the emergency room, so I sit here and it was 2 pieces of paper and it cost $70. Holy crap. Hey, Roy. How are you today? Yeah, I wish that these postal systems, because like shipping to Mexico or shipping to Canada, I mean, they're our next door neighbors. It shouldn't take that long. It just shouldn't. And that's the thing, your boyfriend paid $70 to ship some paperwork that needed to get there. And there's like this disconnect. So yeah, they probably shipped it to the border really quickly, but then who's to say that the Mexican postal system is all that in a bag of chips? I don't know. So I am not an ASMR master. Nope. But I'm glad I have a calming presence. I don't feel all that calm. I was a little nervous before I started today. I was doing a little bit of the shakes thing, because first time doing this. I mean, I'd been on here by myself when Dawn had to do something else or whatever. I think I did it once. But yeah. Dave, aren't you doing like ASMR on some of your videos or something? I thought maybe. I don't know. So, yeah, first times are always scary. Always a little. Aw. No, it's just something that when I have to do something for the first time, sometimes I get kind of like this. So I just kind of try to power through it. Oh, hi, DC. I just try to power through it. And then I had to go and pick it up because he was taking, oh, good God. Yeah, I've watched a couple of Dave's, if I could talk, ASMR's videos, and they're nice. Yeah, it's a little intense because you're right, Roy, because I don't want to bore everybody. You go through all these things like, oh my God, I'm going to sound like an idiot. And you guys don't have to, oh, thanks, Annie. Yeah, I wore my positive shirt today because I thought we all needed a little, oh no, your printer died. I'm sorry, that sucks. The one I use upstairs is a Canon, and I really like it. But then again, I like it because I can print photos on it rather well. And then the one down here, I think Dawn picked up someplace. It's an HP Envy, and it actually does a pretty good job printing out and stuff. Not everything has to be but it does. We need drama. Angel singing and all that stuff. Okay, wait, I gotta catch up. Thanks, Dave. The clicking keyboard sounds. Yeah, I'm not usually a fan of HP products. Greg, you're back. Welcome back, honey. Hope your errands went well. And just to catch you up, it's just me today. Dawn's at the hospital with MoMster. MoMster had respiratory therapy this morning, and they were monitoring her heart while this was going on. And she went into AFib, and they had to put her in the emergency room and try to get it stabilized. So she's probably going to be there overnight. And then once she sees the cardiac doctor and stuff, and then get her stabilized, she can probably come home tomorrow. Yeah, I like this HP Envy. The paper tray doesn't pull out easily. That can be a bit, that's nothing, to do with electronics or anything. But it doesn't move. My Canon, it moves smoothly. I can pull that out. I can pull the top tray out to put my 4x6 photo paper in it or whatever. But for some reason on the HP Envy, the paper tray is not as smooth as I like it. Thanks, you guys, for sending the love from MoMster. I'm sure she appreciates it and is, missing you guys and being able to sit and watch and make comments. So, but yeah, but like I was saying, I haven't been a fan of HP products, but yeah, I don't have any serious complaints about this HP Envy so far. Now, my Canon printer, and I forget which model it is. I've had it for a few years now, and the ink cartridges are not cheap. But I buy like the good ones, so that way if I need to print a photo, I can do that. I don't know, Patrick. I like being able to put my paper in it and then let it go. And it's not going to get dusty as if you just sits on the back and gets fed in that way. Oh, you didn't find one? Well, printers are probably not a thing that would be a black item. Black Friday. Yeah, I did. Okay, so Jennifer has 2 Canons at Epson printer too because they ran out of ink. Girl! Hi, Bargain Effect. You have an HP Envy and use HP Insta Ink. Huh. I'll have to look into that. So far, I don't have any complaints other than the tray is hard to pull out in the front of the HP Envy. Your car registration is printed on a thermal 4x6 label. Are you kidding? You could just put it inside your glove box that way. Of course, then you'd have to have the officer come if you get stopped for any reason. Oh, look, it's like pasted into the side of my glove box. Echo Tank printer. Your paper on your printer. I like having printers, and I like printing my own photographs and stuff. So that's the one reason I always get a printer. There will always be one printer in this house that can print photos well. So, I was just gonna. We hope the MoMster gets well soon too, because yeah, but her heart's not being nice to her right now. So this whole AFib thing is kind of not a good thing. You use DC. You use an Epson for sublimation. I think I said that right. Did any of you yeah, the Stone Age of Dot Matrix, and it took, hey, Kaz, and it took forever to print on the dot matrix, and it made all that noise, and then you still had to rip the sides off of all the little holes. Did anybody go Black Friday shopping? That's because we don't. We like avoid everything like the plague. Yay, Mom's in the new room. I hope the bed's kind of comfortable, because she's not going to be happy. So Patrick's a hell no. Annie's a nope. We were a nope. Record store Black Friday shopping on the internet, but I didn't go out. You hunkered down inside your house and refused to budge on Black Friday. And another big no. No. Oh, I knew I loved you guys. Yeah, we don't. Now, our friend Laura, she does Black Friday shopping. And she doesn't mind the crowd. She doesn't mind standing in line. She doesn't mind any of that. So if there's absolutely something that we need that we're looking to buy, she will go. We give her the money. She goes and buys it for us. So, yeah, we should go to the record store, Dawn. Yeah, we need to do that and look for some new music. Yeah, Dawn, definitely tell MoMster that everybody's rooting for her. Hey, treasures. I've never really gotten into Black Friday, and now stores are starting Black Friday sales earlier, and they open the stores earlier, so you don't, because I'm sure many of you remember the days, the news that night would report on somebody being trampled to death at Walmart or something because everybody wanted to get in on the latest toy that was selling or something. And there was no way on God's green earth that I was going to even think about being part of that massive. And I'm sure there's probably been one or two times that I've been out on Black Friday, but I wouldn't go until like later in the day or something. But I never went. And it was probably to a craft store, to be honest. So, and I had to go to Joann Fabrics and Michael's yesterday. And Michael's was like totally picked over on all their Christmas stuff. So, yeah, I was like, holy crap. All the stores are closed for Thanksgiving. Yeah, see, that's about time. Like, it's not going to kill them to be closed for one day. Aw, thanks, TC. Joann's is at the Creepy Mall, but what they did is they made it a storefront, instead of having to go when they moved in. So you just park in the parking lot and you can walk in the front door. You don't have to go into the Creedy Mall to get inside Joann's. They used to have an entrance from inside the mall, but I think shoplifting was a problem because they couldn't or they wouldn't they keep enough employees on hand for registers at the back of the store and the front of the store. So they closed that entrance down, and now you can only get into it from the front. And our Joann's is actually moving closer to where we live, into a building in a smaller strip mall. So sometime next year, we're getting Joann's in that, and we're going to get a Ollie's. Yes, that's my wife, the woman who goes, she's like, well, I just have to run to this store to go get something. And then an hour later, she's finally back from that errand because she's been checking out the clearance section. Ah, Jennifer, thanks. Yes, you guys, if you get a chance, it's really quick. Click on the link Jennifer just posted. My wife just did a new video called Who Are Two Hip Chicks? Oh, you want to know them? We don't have squish. Our Joann's has. They were so cute. They're like gnome Santas, and they were so cute. But I didn't buy one yesterday. So you got a new TV for your bedroom and a new hat, 2 hoodies, and 2 pairs of pants. So you actually went out, Greg, on Black Friday? Dawn, what is a plies? Yeah, Jen, I'm with you. I would rather go thrift shopping. Definitely. Oh, you bought it all online. Smart man. Yeah, Dawn, you typed PLIES. What the hell is that? I have no idea, guys, what she's talking about, but we will cut her some slack because she's at the hospital with MoMster. So, typing is. You got some cool stuff today at the thrift store. Nice. Good job. Yeah, I think I'm getting the antsy pantsy thing that I need to go. I'm not using her phone. You got a hula dancing Santa and a new drill. Are you into hula dancing Santas? Dawn, you still haven't answered what plies is. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, is it 1 already? No, I got 5 minutes. So, yeah, what's with the hula dancing? I want photos. I definitely want photos. Oh, yeah. Is like hula dancing Santa for your front yard treasures? You need to answer what the heck is plies. You said something about plies. And everybody, including myself, is wondering, where'd you say it? Yeah. You said, and we are getting and plies. And I don't know what the pluck you're talking about. Where is it? Hold on. I don't know. Wifey. That's what you typed. And none of us know what the heck you're talking about. She's getting piles. Okay, Jamer, you're cracking me up. So you meant alleys instead of plies? Yeah, I would have to go with the keyboard is drunk because Dawn doesn't really drink. So, yeah. Okay, now we have clarification. Yes, we're getting an alleys. And they have a big sign out front that it is actually going to be an alley. So, that's a good thing. What's an alleys? It's kind of like a Big Lots. I would guess. Yeah, they have like discounted books. They have just discounted toys, the whole 9 yards, electronics. It's just that kind of store. They have a little bit of everything in there. And where'd we go to Ollie's? We've been to Ollie's a couple times. So yes, Don's new word for the day is plies. So it's like if TJ Maxx and Costco have a love child. Crack me up. Yeah, only you don't have to buy things in bulk like you would at Costco. So, yeah, but they have like a book section, at least the ones I've been in, book section, electronics, gadgetry, rugs, just all sorts of stuff. There's an Ollie's and a Big Lots in the same shopping center up the road from me in Maryland. Well, that makes it convenient. Well, Dawn, why don't you write to Micro Center in your spare time and tell them that you want one here, like to do that. Or they could put one in South Bend. That's a bigger area. So, and for those of you who don't know, Micro Center is like a geek / nerds happiness place because Patrick, you're cracking me up. It's filled with TC knows what it is. Oh my God, there's one by Cincinnati and we didn't know that? Oh crap. Now she'll definitely want to make the trip. Micro Center is better than Best Buy for computer people. It's got electronics and it's just like heaven for geeks and nerds. There's one in Columbus too. Cool. Oh, cool. I will go check it, treasures. So I'm assuming Hula Santa is for the outside, right? I don't really decorate too much outside. Stay for the homemade gravy and pick up some chips while you're here. Road trip, Don. We have a list. I used to go to the one in Columbus all the time when I lived in Lancaster. Great place. Also 20 minutes in either direction from 3 Hollies. How do you rate 3 alleys? Holy crap. He's a big blow up. Ah, cool. It's 1, Mary. I know it's 1. Well, Dave's not here to like get on my case about it. So like, what the heck? But yeah, I should get going. I should talk to my wife and see what's up and see what we're going to do and come up with a game plan and all that good stuff. So one of us or both of us will be here on Thursday. Yeah, Jennifer, we haven't made arrangements with Patrick to send us chips yet, so we have to work on that. It's just been a little crazy lately. So, thanks, DC. Oh, you haven't seen him stocked in a while. Well, darn it. Who else is eating those things? Yeah, Patrick has the money to spend it on Sweet Maui chips for everybody. All right, you guys, I gotta go. Thank you for hanging out with me today and Dawn remotely. I really, really, really appreciate all the love and support from you guys. Hi, Glams. And thanks for all the good thoughts for MoMster. We'll keep you posted when we can. And you'll see like I said, you'll see one of us or both of us on Thursday. If we can get MoMster home from the hospital tomorrow, that would be great. So I hope your day goes well. And J. Marie, good luck with the snow, hon. And you guys rock. You're all rock stars. I love you guys. So take care. I hope your day goes well. Peace out. Love you. Mwah. See ya.